everybody to another episode of Getting Salty with Cilsick. Today, I'm coming to you from my classroom, and I want to talk about parasitism, one of the three forms of symbiosis. In this example, the host is harmed but not killed, and the parasite benefits. So, story to tell you. This is a true story. When I lived in Hawaii, I had a friend who I taught with, and for a while, she taught in India. And in India, she was on a field trip with her students, and she was sitting across the table from this little boy at lunch, and all of a sudden they're eating their sandwiches or whatever they eat, and then coming out of his nose, yes, Monica, coming out of his nose was the end of a tapeworm. Yeah, I know, it sounds terrible. So imagine that this teacher probably wanted to walk right up to that kid's nose, lean across the table, just grab it and start pulling that out. But you don't do that, because if you try that, it'll just break off. And then it went back up in there, stuff like that. So, but can you imagine, think of this tapeworm. One end was out of the nose, its body would go back the nasal cavity, back of the throat, down the esophagus, through the stomach, through into the small intestine, and somewhere in the small intestine, it was latched on top of that. Could you imagine that? I mean, imagine we're sitting in a classroom, and all of a sudden a teacher's talking to you, and all of a sudden they start like wiggling, wiggling their nose a little bit. You're like, what's going on here? You feel it, and the teacher reaches up and starts pulling pulling out this tapeworm. It goes on and on and on and on and on and on. And that's a little bit about tapeworms. Thanks for watching. I start pulling out this tapeworm that is so long. It goes on, the world's largest tapeworm. And I start pulling out this tapeworm, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. It is so long, and then finally it's gone. And I start pulling out this tapeworm, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. It is so long, and then finally it's gone. All right. And I started pulling out this tapeworm that went on and on and on and on and on and on.